Hello, this is Nick and welcome to my channel. So as you can guess from what you can see here, I'm going to do a review of Love Cynthia stamps. So I've been a fan of Love Cynthia stamps since I became a creative planner girl. And I want to do the delineation for the word creative because I always saw myself as a planner girl as a child, but I wasn't creative. So now, when I discovered that it's actually okay to decorate your planners, I went right in and decorated mine. And one of the things that I fell in love with immediately were Love Cynthia stamps. So these Love Cynthia stamps, when I discovered the creative planning community in the Philippines, which was around 2015. I was pregnant with my eldest back then. I saw these in the planner community and I was like, wow, this is so cute. And the type of planner girl that I am is I am more functional, more minimalist, and mainly because I can't draw and I'm not very artistic. So I actually, defaulted to that, and I like vintage distressed looks because they are easier to pull off and because I really love vintage things. But when I saw her stamps, I was like, this is so cute, and I don't know if it's the pregnant hormones. I'm not usually a fan of cute things, but I really like her stamps. So I couldn't afford it back then. Clear stamps are pretty expensive. Actually, any stamp that is of good quality is quite pricey. These retail for I think 798.95 or 785, something like that, almost 800 pesos. And back then I couldn't justify buying them. Actually, until now I can't. I find it really difficult to buy a brand new set. So what I did was to wait for someone to distash their stamps, and they would usually sell it for half the price. So my threshold would be around 500 pesos at most. If someone sells it for 500 bucks or less, I would definitely buy it. So that's how I grew my collection. I only bought brand new, I think twice or thrice, and usually it's just 1 to 2 sets. So usually it's just 1 to 2 sets because again, it's quite pricey. So this is my collection. I don't have everything in her line, but I only choose the ones that I know I'm gonna use. I'm still on the lookout for folks who would distash them. For a while, no one would distash them. People would really hold on to them because they're so cute and very sought after. They would distash other brands, other expensive brands, but they wouldn't distash their Love Cynthia. That's why when someone distashes it, it's really like people really, really pay attention and try to get that first dibs on it. So I was fortunate enough that I have friends who decluttered and got rid of their stamps for really cheap. So I got to build my collection. The cheapest that I was able to buy it for was I think 350 pesos. It didn't have its original plastic packaging. It's these two. I had to find some plastic to store them in. So, and this thing was folded over there. So it was sold to me for like 350 bucks. She had more actually, but I didn't like the other sets that she had. Like she had mermaids or something and unicorns. I'm not really a fan of those cute designs, so I didn't get them. Since I'm mostly functional, the sets that I choose are the girls that are doing something that I know I would use in my bullet journal or in journaling. So let's go over my collection first before I do a review. So these two are limited editions. These were freebies or part of the swag if you attended her planner con in Manila. I think I forgot what year, probably 2016 or 2017 or 2018, I don't know, probably 2018. So these were part of the swag. So the PlannerCon event, I think, how much was it? I think it was 2,000, 2,500, something like that, or 1,500, around 1,500 to 2,500. I can't remember exactly. And this was part of the things that you would get out of the event. And so let's start with this one. So this one is related to shopping and clothes and tidying, gussying up. And I got this because I really like how I can use it for when I'm preparing for work, or when I'm preparing for something that I need to put makeup on or choose really nice clothes for, or like when I just go shopping. And this is like your most basic set where she's just a happy girl. This character is actually called a happy girl. She calls them her happy girls. So this is like your most basic happy girl. And so this one are just different emotions. And this is one of those sets that I bought brand new. But as you can see, it's very used because it's doing like chores. And I have here something for when you're sick and different emojis. This one is cooking and grocery shopping because I really love to cook. And this one is one of my most used sets as well. I got this as a distash, and it's one of the sets that I really like because it has like 9 emotions. And then let's set this aside first. Let's set aside my favorites. I'll let you know about them later. So here is like taking a bath and still sleepy. I really like both of them. And then this one I got as the stash. It has icons. Some are missing already. They're in my portable stamp set that I bring to work every day, but some of them I actually lost when I stopped working for a while. So I left them at my parents' house and they got lost. Okay, next is this shopping. This is one of the first stamps that I bought brand new, and like my justification for buying a set. This was newly released back then, and it's because it has a family. So I was like, this is me, my husband, and back then I just had one child. So like baby, toddler, and then turns into a kid. So there, I've used this so much, especially this one, a small kid here, the toddler. I use it for making invitations and thank you cards for his birthday. Then this I got as a stash. It's so cute because it's me and my husband. Also, this one is snarky, so I really like it. This one I got as a stash too because it's a couple. So it's me and my husband. And then this one I got as a stash. So just doing everyday things. This one I got as a stash. I actually got it this way, heavily stained. This one is listening to music. This one is using a laptop. And then this one, journaling, cooking, and playing in the rain. Let's set these aside. And then I got this. I got this brand new because it reminded me of my son. So I also use this for cards in school, like this because this is him. So there. And then let's put this aside. And some of my favorites, these are the newest ones that I got, which I'm really happy because they're small. So because these are big, and when you put them in your journal, they take up a lot of space. I'm using A5, so it's fine, but I couldn't like put more. If I put more than one, it kind of crowds my page. So I'm really glad that she made like these small ones. The last time I checked, which is like last year, these were the only 2 small ones, I think. So I got them both at a discount because it was at the pop-up booth. And so there, it has like the different chores and different things that you do every day. So it's like almost a complete set, and I love it. I bring it to me with me every day. And then this is one of those things that I really enjoy for working. These two. So this one is girl boss, but also this one is when you're feeling meh at work. So I really love these two. I bought them at the same time. I think I bought it with this one, and yeah, I think I bought it with this one. So they're really really cute. I usually use this when decorating my work spreads, when I feel like I need that extra boost to work, or when I'm not really feeling that good. I use this. Oh, so there, we're done. And so, because today's a Monday and it's a rainy Monday, I don't know if you can hear the rain through my microphone. Let's do this set. So, now on to the review. So, aside from the cute graphics, what I really love about Love Cynthia is the quality of her stamps. Although, to be fair, the quality does change up a bit, and I don't know if it's because she changed manufacturers or something, but it did change quite a bit. Like the sizes are different. There is a one time that the quality is very different. Here. And this one. This is what I like about clear stamps is actually when they're a little hard, because they don't they're easier to stamp, they don't expand. And that's the downside of clear stamps versus your rubber stamps. It's because with rubber stamps, because they're a little harder to work with, they're less pliable, so when you stamp it, it doesn't budge that much. But with clear stamps, if it's very soft, when you stamp it, it kind of expands. So, and that's what I kind of dislike with Love Cynthia. Not all of her stamps are like that, but there are some that are like that. So I don't know if it's just a difference in manufacturer, or the manufacturer actually did a bad job mixing the photopolymer. So I think this is one of those. No, this is not one of those. She has one that was very squishy. I can't remember which one, but like if you press hard, it's really really squishy. And then there's one that's hard. Like this one, it's very hard, and you can see the it's kind of hard to see the difference, but you do see a difference in the quality. And you won't notice if you're like new to stamping and to clear stamps, but there are some that you would know would turn foggy, like this one, and some that you know won't, but would actually turn yellow over time, which is this other stamp. Wait, hold on, let me get another acrylic block right here. I don't want the Friday one, I want the Monday Sleepy Girl one. I'm filming on a Monday before I go to work. So there, you can't, usually when you look at the stamp, you would, when you hold it, you would know how they would kind of turn out after a few years. Like this one turned really foggy, and this one won't. I think in a few years this would actually turn yellow. So there, but I actually like this one's better. The ones that turn foggy, they're the ones that are kind of hard and easier to stamp, so you get more crisp lines versus this other ones, although this one is very firm, so it's really good. So going back, so there are stamps that are different or doesn't have that much of a nice quality, but even so the quality is still nice. It's just that if you stamp really hard, it would move around, so it would give you fat lines, but some aren't. And there's also inconsistency in size. I mean, aside from like these, because these were meant to be small, but she has like a set that was like humongous. The girls were humongous. Where is that set? Ah, where is it? Not this one. Hey, just saw it a while ago. Here, this set. So like this is her standard size of girls, see? But this one's, for some reason, they feel so big, right? See? Her face is so big. Like there's like giant versions of the girls. Also, this boy is like, they match. He's like a super giant. Because if you compare it to this one and the other girls, it's actually huge. So there, I don't know how many stamps are actually super big, and I think this is the soft one. I think, yeah, this is like the softer ones. So there, so aside from those, I don't have any other qualms about this stamp, and I keep buying them even when they have that inconsistencies, because nothing's perfect anyway. So going back, so there, so you have these two stamps, and let's just ink them up so I can show you. So here I'm pressing really hard, and because of the quality of this stamp, that it's tough, it doesn't actually squish. See, and you get fine lines. Because with the softer ones, let's try this one. I think this would budge if I press too hard. There. So this is just really light. So I don't think it would budge. There, and because I forgot which stamp set, I don't want to open them one by one, but you can actually feel them once you hold them, that it would squish when you press hard. Yeah, this one didn't squish. There. So I want to show you that. So here's another inconsistency that I forgot about, but just realized when I inked the stamps. Some of our stamps actually have thicker lines, so the line are not the same. Like you can see it here and also here. This one has thicker lines aside from being bigger, and if that annoys you, it's fine. It doesn't annoy me that much, so it's okay for me. I would think this is more of a probably a manufacturer's thing than, I don't know. So I think this is the squishy stamp. No, it's not. Or I remember this being squishy. So like you see there, let's do that again. It kind of thickens the line. Or I think maybe some of them were squishy at the start, but after years they kind of turn hard. Probably why I couldn't find the squishy now. But look at that. And see the difference. So I think this used to be squishy, but now it's not that squishy. It hardened over time. So there. So but the squishiness isn't isn't as often as I would see as often as, or as permanent, I guess, as the other, the inconsistency in size and line, but that's okay. And the way to combat the squishiness is to actually don't stamp hard, so you can solve that problem. So there, I love using Love Cynthia stamps because they are, aside from they're cute, they have a variety of uses. I usually this set I usually give it to stamp it on sticker paper and give it to cut it out and give it to friends. So I make my own stickers because they're a little heavy, or they're too many to carry around with me every day. So sometimes I turn them into stickers and I would give them also to friends. This is a sample of this one that I tried to color with. So I was learning how to color using alcohol markers, but the paper isn't really that suited for alcohol markers, so it doesn't really look nice. There, and I see a lot of folks, she has a Facebook group for those who use her stamps. A lot of folks there use it for card making, and oh my gosh guys, you should see the cards that they make. They're so good, and it's like you want to buy all of her stamps because of it. Now for the part that I hate most about this stamp is cleaning it, because it's very detailed. So this is not unique to Love Cynthia, so it's not really a bad thing about her stamps. It's more of, it's common if you're using detailed stamps. The cleanup is such a chore. So even if I don't have my cleaning materials with me now, which is funny. I thought I brought down everything before I filmed. So cleaning very detailed stamps is such a chore. You can actually wipe it, or clean it with your cleaning cloth or your stamp scrubber. I'll link to the video down below how to clean stamps. But for detailed stamps, it's just really hard to clean them because there's so many lines and places that inks could go. So it's such a chore to clean them. It won't ruin your stamps if you don't clean them as often, but it would have ink residue, and those ink residue could dry up in your stamps and permanently sit there. So if you don't like that, make sure to get into the habit of cleaning your stamps. For me, since my injury, I haven't cleaned my stamps so much. I enjoyed stamping, but I cannot, because when I got my wrist injury, it was during quarantine, right? So all of my stamps were accessible to me. I enjoyed stamping them, but I couldn't clean them, so I kind of stopped using them. So there. So, and that's it for my review of Love Cynthia stamps. Oh, and a little more info about Love Cynthia. She's actually a Filipina. So, and which is why I love getting her stamps, because she is a Filipina and I would love to support Filipinos. Although her product is not local. She used to be based in France. I think she came home to the Philippines now. I don't know if she's permanently staying here or not. I think she is, because I think she had a housemaid, and I won't say where, but I know where, because it's kind of not really near, but around the same area that I live in. And I have friends actually who live there. So anyway, what was I saying? I got lost in my thought. Oh, she's a Filipina, so I love supporting Filipino artists, and which is the push for me to buy her stamps brand new back, because I couldn't afford them back then, remember? So I just kept buying this stash, but also I wanted to support her because she's Filipina. So I started saving up for her stamps. Like I would save like 20 pesos a day just to buy it, and I would, when I have enough for 3 stamps, I would buy from her website, or not from her website, from her official distributor, retailer here in the Philippines, which is her brother, Kuya Albert. And her, the Facebook profile that he uses to sell is called Happy Felly. And for a while, like before when I was new, and I think she was starting to make a buzz in the Philippines, nobody knew that the Happy Felly account was actually a guy, or a guy was maintaining it, because the name is Felly and it's a name of a girl. So everyone assumed that Happy Felly is a girl, and that's her name, and that she is just really the official distributor here in the Philippines. But a lot of people found out, I guess, that he's actually Cynthia's brother, Kuya Albert. So, and everyone was shocked because they would call him sis in when they're ordering. So they're like, sis, pa-order ng ganto ganto ganto. And he would reply, and he wouldn't correct anyone, and he would also reply, sis, eto na, blah blah blah. So everyone thought he was a girl until the big reveal that he was someone like posted in one of the Philippine community Facebook pages and groups rather, that did you know, or like, I didn't know Happy Felly was a guy, something like that. And then everyone, like the whole Philippine planner world, was shocked, or like, oh my gosh, I didn't know he was a guy. I was calling him sis and stuff like that, and it was so funny. And there, it's like I just remembered it from the good old days of when I was new, and a lot of people were new. So there. What else? What else do I know about Love Cynthia? She's a model, I think. At least when she was in France. I don't know here what she's if she's modeling here. But she's a model. And I think there was a time that there was like an arts contest in France, and they needed votes for like probably a nouveau artist thing, and we were all voting for her because she was nominated, and her works are really cute. And you know what I love about her works is that because they are stamps, you can really build on what she has. Like, people use it to make their own art. Like, you make your art to enable other people to make art, and it's just really beautiful, right? So there. So I know you can tell that I really love these stamps, and I really do. So there. So that's it, my review for Love Cynthia. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, learn something new, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe and bell button to get notified of new videos when I release them. Thank you for watching. Bye!